Hello, welcome. Pardon me. Welcome to Male Fuzz TV Live. It is Saturday. What day is it? The 17th. It is Saturday the 17th of July. And it's been a hell of a week for a variety of reasons. I was originally planning on streaming on Thursday. Pushed it to possibly Friday. And finally we're here on Saturday. Firefly, I just fed you, Putty Cat. You don't get to complain. So, there is work being done on the house. There was water damage to some floorboards and some joints in the wall. Not because there was a leak. I mean, obviously there was a leak, but it wasn't a pipe or anything like that. It was just over time, the water from the shower was getting behind the wall. I know that's been a little facetious there, Bob. I've heard that's a fairly more depressing on the side of things. So there's been workmen in and out. There's, joiners and plumbers, and a lot of it's done. The floorboards and stuff have been replaced. The wooden joints have been replaced. The new wet wall went up in the bathroom. There is still the other side of the wall though, for plaster. Shouldn't Chris be under Tyler, or am I reading that wrong? Chris should be under Tyler. I was probably just too lazy to move the name. Equally, Allison and Bob should be moved around as well, where they are down at the bottom. I'll lean forward and fix it soon. So it's played hell with my my sleep. I was extremely tired on Wednesday because my sleeping pattern was not in the right place for workmen coming in at the early, early 9 a.m. start. So I ended up being awake a lot longer, and I was playing chaos. I was tired like constantly for like 2 days because I was only able to catch sleep here or there, and I had things scheduled and that so on and so on. So yeah. So Thursday night when I was originally planning on streaming, but before things had to start moving around, was because I was just so tired. I passed out super early. I had to sleep. So, which is not a big deal. I'm just giving some insight on my hectic week. I kind of hate it though. I hate having to go through shit like this. I find a lot of it annoying. I find it disruptive, and I'm not particularly fond of the smell. As stupid as that sounds, like when you're installing a lot of new stuff, like from like a, you know, like when there's a lot of wood being cut up and there's a lot of like glues and stuff being applied and eventually paint and filler and like the smell of all that new stuff I tend to find a little bit uh nauseous to me. I don't know, it's weird. It really ruins my appetite. But I've always felt that way. I've always hated the smell of paint. Like not like when you're doing art, like not like paint for art, but like when you're painting like the walls and you're painting the house. I've always found the smell of that a little bit off-putting, but not everyone agrees with that. Some people love the smell of paint. I can't do it. Oh, I'm glad you like Shasha. Uh, you'll get another episode next week, so yeah, new show, something else for the movie channel. But the first episode went well. Firefly. I love the smell of new construction stuff. I'm not surprised, Elsa. I'm not surprised. I know it's not like a smell everyone hates, but it really bothers me. Like right now, because like there's a wall in the kitchen that's exposed. Like the wet walls were on the other side for the shower, but the kitchen side, the beams are all exposed. You know, it needs the new, board and then plaster to go on. Like every time I walk in the kitchen, I'm like, oh, it's the worst place for it as well because that's where I'm like going to get food, and the smell kind of makes me less hungry. I get gasoline. I like the smell of being near the petrol station. As bizarre as that sounds. Hey Elsa, hey Cindy. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the impromptu Saturday stream. I happened to wake up from my nap. I had nothing else planned. Ha 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 ha. Elsa's got jokes. Hey, bored. Hey, Fletcher. Are you just excited by the idea of things being impromptu, or do you just love the word? It's a fun word. It's a fun word that I don't get to say as often. I mean, it is a Bob comment. Honestly, Bob, I'm getting good at filtering out some of the weird ones. Firefly. Plus, my left foot's kind of sore. My left foot's kind of prone to like, particularly in summer, when I'm inactive, my left foot's a little prone to swelling a little bit. Uh, and because I've not been able to go out walking for the last few days because there's been people in, um, yeah, nothing serious, but uncomfortable. Well, it wasn't. It was basically some tiles fell off the wall in the bathroom. They had to come out and see why, of course, and then immediately it was like, okay, let's get everything fixed. It's very hot today. I agree. There was workmen in the house, Fletcher. I wasn't going to leave them on their own. Plus, it's been very stressful on the cats. I've had to lock cats in the living room and just keep the door shut, and they're not happy about it. But the workmen are coming in and out constantly, so the door's open. Plus, some of it's dangerous for the cats to be hanging around. 32 to we're the same age, pretty much, Akira. I only turned 32 in May. Yeah, it's not even that hot today, really. It's just really bad hot. Like it could easily be 5 degrees more and more pleasant. It's just a little too humid today. So yeah, and it's obviously I don't want to sleep when there's strangers in the house anyway. But even if I could sleep with strangers in the house, they're banging and drilling and making all sorts of noise. So, but a few rough days. Yeah, humidity is the worst. I I, I could easily. There's times when 15 degrees feels horrible, but 25 feels fine. And it's just because of the humidity. Humidity is worse than the temperature. I'm sure there's a point where that would stop being true. I'm sure there's a point if we got to like 40 or something like that where I'd be like, no, no. But Oh, Akira meant meant the temperature. It never even occurred to me. Never even occurred to me that's what he meant. Fletcher catching things is better. Uh, Very funny board. People probably just put their hands up, Bob, and said, "You know what? No, I'm good." I mean, that's 3 extra years, Bob. You can just enjoy turning 30 in a few years. Fans of the books. But do you know what? I read that as fans of the boobs seem happy. I was like, what's Board talking about? I need to get in on this. Gotta be 82 tomorrow. You know what? This is the only time I'm going to say that your stupid Fahrenheit system avoids confusion because I would never assume 92 is an age. People can be 92, but it's less lately. Much less lately. I'm a fan of boobs and generally happy. Yeah, I mean, boobs are just wonderful things. It's hard not to be happy if you're enjoying some boobs. Mm. Oh, forgive me one. Oh, come on, come on. My God, I like the damn thing. There we go. Hmm. Firefly, don't stand in front of the chat. Keep your head down. Where are we? The UK's oldest uni graduate is 96. He just graduated, went back to study at 92. That is, I mean, that's more of a hobby than doing something that he or she needs to, right? I mean, not a lot of time to build a career after that. Uh, I like boobs more than skeletons. I think that's healthy. That's a healthy attitude. Welcome, Tyler. You don't miss much. You're here now. Firefly. Move. Oh, why did you have to go the awkward way where you're knocking things over and. Oh, damn cat. Um, I generally prefer women who have skeletons. I would also put myself in that camp. I think skeletons are an important part of the human anatomy. Oh, Pete, I watched a Blu-ray yesterday for the first time since we watched Resident Evil. I forgot how pretty it can look. I think that the more disturbing part of that sentence, Cindy, is that you have Resident Evil, the movie, on Blu-ray. Something that I had happily forgotten because you probably mentioned it back when we watched those. But yeah, much better than typical streaming. I mean, I've been very happy with like 4K stuff via iTunes on the Apple TV, but yeah, but Blu-ray, especially with the bit rates that some of these companies are pumping out, Netflix is atrocious. I know I keep saying that, but holy crap, their 1080p streams now have got bit rates lower than DVDs. Like not even by a little. They're like a fraction of what a DVD bit rate used to be. But yes, much prayer. What did you watch actually? What was the Blu-ray? Da, 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 da. Lots of hellos. I'm just catching up with some comments. Old man had retired. Guess he enjoyed the experience. I guess so. Um. The movie's not called Copycat. It's just Copycat. So just double check it's the right one with Jamie Lee Curtis. No, not Jamie Lee Curtis. Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver. I think it's Sigourney Weaver. I've forgotten. Oh yes, happy birthday. Bought some churro donut bites now at the store, and I'm disappointed to find that they're more donut than churro. I do like donuts. Churros are a more rare thing here. I've had them a few times, but I am more attached to the Tyler's here just in time for you to sing to him for his birthday. This is an awful tradition you started, Elsa. let me fix this scoreboard, which Renegade was demanding I fix 5-10 minutes ago. She said she was going to riot if I didn't. Right, so let's move Chris down. Below Tyler. Oh, careful now. Put Bob down. Below -1. And Allison has to go down as well. Boom. Akira might as well get used to your beautiful voice. How dare you? How dare you? What do you mean I lied to you? I misunderstood a sentence. Tyler, why have you linked to the Arrow Blu-ray of Legend? Believe it or not, I actually have a Blu-ray of Legend already. I blind bought it because I wanted to see it, because it's a Ridley Scott movie, and thought it was just okay. A lesser Ridley Scott movie.
This was garbage. You understand?
Bored! You madman. Tyler gets a birthday spin. Good fun, good fun. Alright, thank you, Board. Let me minimize that. That's gonna get in the way. Where's my wheel? Right. Tipper always gets the spin first. So we're going to start with Board. +1 for Board. There's been a trend with Board's spins recently where he gets a positive and then whoever you give a spin to gets a negative. It's almost like he's willing it into existence to win. This is the spin for Tyler. And the trend continues. The trend continues. Oh, your birthday's actually really close to mine, Akira. I'm May 13th. Be glad you missed out on the Madness of the Steam Deck pre-order, Pete. Yeah, I'm not, like, I'm mildly curious in it, but, like, I don't need to pre-order it in. I think Pete should try singing some Spanish songs for your B-Day. Las Manitas, sung by Pete, would be amazing. Manitas? Manitas? Bored is evil. Bored is evil. He should probably give some spins to Cindy, actually, if he wants to. If he wants to rise in the rankings. Oh, the deep. I suppose he can give spins to the deep too. Let's see why not. I don't know any Spanish songs, I'm afraid. I could sing random Spanish words and phrases that I happen to know in tune if you like. Shut it. I'm just saying, there's a strategy to be had here. Despacito. I don't know what that is. I just tried saying it because Elsa seems to like when I try to pronounce Spanish words. One thing I learned from the book is that we need a Dairy Queen.
Words are not my area of expertise. Oh, that's why I podcast.
Release the Kraken. Alright, well, 2 spins for the deep. Some people are insistent on this deep winning. Oh no. The lead. The lead strengthens. Spin number 2. For the record, if someone does tip as the deep, I think it's fair if you put it in the tip note who you're giving the spins to. You can still distribute the spins to people if you want. But there was none such there, so we shall use the dice. Where's my dice? You know the most watched music video ever? Isn't that Gangnam Style? Where's my D12? Alright, everyone, pick a number between 1. Is that why? Pick a number between 1 and 12. If someone else has picked the same number before you did, you have to change yours, but as long as you're first with it. Yep, we got a 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. A 9. A 5. This all sounds quite good. Oh, Akira, this could be your chance to get on the board. Not necessarily with a positive number, admittedly. Alright. 11 from board. Okay, I think that's everyone. Seems like most people anyway. Alright, I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll for this first spin. 3. No one had 3. 9. Did someone have 9? Oh, Elsa had 9. Elsa had 9. Alright, spin for Mamacita Elsa. Oh, it's almost jumping jacks. Oh, -1. Sorry, Elsa. 23. Mostly because Pete wasn't putting up with the weird Loki nonsense. Ah, yes. I think it may have been a combination of things, but I do remember that being the All right. Second roll of the dice. 6. Did someone pick 6? Tyler picked 6. Okay. Spinneth the wheel. Oh, +1. Tyler has risen up by a point. Okay. There we go. Deep spins. Done. Scoreboard is up to date. Firefly. It's okay, Puss Puss. Cat Veronica. Resident Evil Cat Veronica. Asia Push Push. There's a game called Resident Evil Code Veronica. Elsa, if you're wondering what I'm cracking jokes about. Clear me. I mean, her first name begins with a C. It feels weird to try and cat the second name. Surely Kitty Redfield would be a better conversion. Cat Redfield's Chris, Kitty Redfield's Claire. Jill Parentine. Leon for Kennedy. Albert Whiskers. That's an easy one. That's an easy one. It is good Firefly. Isn't that nicer than looking up at me and just whining for no reason? Ah, isn't this nice, Puss Puss? Now we can't start anything now because the cat's comfortable, but we shall watch Copycat very soon. Firefly's finally happy. Finally settled down. So yes, I've had a hectic week of construction and repairs. How's everyone else doing? I'm going to have to miss it at a baby shower. Oh, you're right now? You're at a baby shower right now? It must be so entertaining if you're sitting talking to us. Ashfur. Uh, Alexis Ashfur and Alfred Ashfur. Hey, Firefly. This isn't Cindy's movie. Cindy's movie was First Wives Club. Also, how would this be my fault, Elsa? This is not, I mean, not bury the lead. I'm been blamed for shit. I accept your apology, Elsa. Keep more of those in the chamber. Every time I look at the remote control now, I have bad thoughts. Don't do it, Fletch. Don't shove it up your ass. The temptation may be there, but don't do it. What, Bob? I mean, there's some compliments in there. I'll take, but seems a less funny way of getting someone pregnant. But you know, uh, b- 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 the perch. What you buying? Wow. Imagine you go to the merchant in Resident Evil 4 and you just hear purring the entire time you're in the store. Oh, I pay child support. If I didn't do the crime, I ain't doing the time. Or footing the bill. In this case, I suppose. If that's Ethan's too boring to be cast. Presumably the one who's having the baby though can't be downing in tequila. Oh, Brad Scaredy Cat Vickers. Change it from Chicken Heart to Scaredy Cat. See, boom, easy. Tequila is okay for Mexican pregnant ladies. Hmm. Okay. Still have this stupid Legend Blu-ray page open. So what Tyler's sending me propaganda for? Barry Parton. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, Kira's got a new niece. That's nice. Oh, I need to send something to Tyler in the wrestling chat. That's really funny, actually. This is Tony Schiavone calling Britt Baker for advice when he's out doing some shopping. That's really funny. There won't ever be a 4K release because of distribution rights for Legend. Really? Why would that stop a? Why can release a HD one but not a 4K one? I don't understand why that would stop the original compy from doing 4K at some point. Do you just mean that Arrow will never do a 4K? Because that I can understand that they may not have the rights to remaster it themselves or get a better print. Uh, the Legend we speak of is definitely not a mafia movie, Bob. It's a fantasy film. Yeah, not Tom Hardy. There's also chats for non wrestling things too. That's just one of the sub rooms. Catlos Olivier. That was stretching it a bit. uh I don't think I ever saw a Tom Hardy Legend movie. Or that's a rough pun. That's a rough pun. That was awesome. Nah, 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 nah. I did see the Child's Play teaser. I'm just sitting back, getting comfortable, putting my feet up. Yeah, it was October 20th or something like that in the teaser. What I say? Don't quote me on that though. There wasn't much in it. The teaser was only like 20 seconds, but I mean they could work it out someday between them if they wanted to. I get this, the unfortunate thing is that Legend is not like a high priority movie for the companies probably. Oh, I see. Well, I mean, at least I don't remember the Blu-ray looking bad though. So I mean, at least it's at a decent standard. This isn't like the Abyss being stuck in non-anamorphic standard definition for 20 years. Hmm. I assume I just saw the standard cut on my bare bones Blu-ray. I can't say I care enough to go tracking down a longer one. Did anyone else watch Secret Hockey Mask episode 1? Was there thoughts? Did people enjoy the new show? And was let us have the international cut? Uh, oh, it depends what country I got it from. Let me see. It's a UK Blu-ray released by Fox. I mean, he was eventually going to do something, Bob. No, apparently there's been a new scan and everything else. He just needs to watch it and like sign off on it. Is the last thing I heard, and this was like years ago at this point. He's just too busy making Avatar movies. Very frustrating. Solid first episode. Nice floated discussion. Cool. I did see your comment, Bob. Did you talk more than usual in it, or am I just getting delusional? What do you mean? Well, did I talk more than Shasha? I don't think. I mean, I tend to talk more than the other person just because I'm hosting, but I don't think I talk more than I normally do, percentage wise. I think you shouldn't tease Shasha about her. I didn't make many jokes. It's fine. I'll just make fun of the Florida for being from Florida. I was not even from Florida. She lives in Florida. There's a difference, but the difference. I can't keep up with all your shows and channels. That's okay. You watch what you like, Fletcher. What do you like Ace? You seem to watch the Ace episode. You enjoy Ace, Fletch. I'll keep them coming. Did a 4K scan of the negative for Legend, but are releasing a 2K scan on the Arrow version. Wait, what? I thought you said there wasn't a negative. You've confused this, Tyler. I don't understand anymore. Only because she's new, Elsa. Once she's eased in a bit. my my normal krill waves will bubble to the surface. I kid. Uh, they're making a Chucky TV show from the writer of all the original movies, so it's got nothing to do with the remake. It's a continuation of the original movie series. So, with the what's his face back as Chucky, and Jennifer Telly's going to be in it. It's a whole thing. Well, it's there for when you need it, Fletcher. You can binge away when the time is right. She apologized for going on a tangent. Well, uh, she's due. Give her time, Cindy. she, she, she's so innocent. She doesn't realize yet. She doesn't realize the nature of these shows. Go back to the office next month. Yeah, things are kind of going I have to admit I'm getting a little bit more concerned because of the Delta variant and because that stupid Freedom Day, which the science community is actively saying is like a danger to the entire planet. I'm properly concerned that if we're either going to be back in complete lockdown in a few months' time, or everyone's just going to say we're sick of this and let people die. Like that's kind of what it feels like right now. But let's not drag down the conversation. It's just Fletcher saying he's going back to the office and make me think of it. I'm glad you like Ace as much as Screams. I'm glad. I think Ace is very good. If anything, I think Ace, because of the types of movies that sci-fi tend to have, uh, sometimes I'd say we more often get really in-depth conversations about what movies mean and things like that on Ace, which is a good conversation. That said, the silly ones can be fun too. After all, if you're a patron, any level, you'll have access to the new Starship Troopers 3 review, which is definitely a silly one. Well, that was very generous, Fletcher. I did not, Bob. I did not think that. Uh, no, you don't. Just always like and give some comments and whatever. Yeah, we literally the UK had the highest case amount since like January, the Friday or Thursday before this reopening day on Monday. No, although that said, I think Scotland still have some restrictions. I don't think Scotland's going all in the freedom shit, which is good. But I'm only in it for ginger content. Yeah. Weren't you like terrified the other stream that I was going to say Tim wasn't coming back? I recall. But you like the silly stuff and the B movies, Fletcher on Ace. Interesting. I think those are fun episodes, but I think episodes like we were like dissecting the Matrix and then dissecting why the sequels suck. Like I thought all three of those episodes were great. Oh, hey, honestly, Elsa, see when you watch streams to fall asleep, watch it on the playlist so that it'll just keep playing episodes while you're asleep. Good for my numbers. I'm okay with that. I'm glad you like it, though. I wouldn't count that, Bob. It's concern. I mean, obviously, a lot of people have been vaccinated, and that's great. But people who have been double vaxxed are catching the Delta variant. That's happening. And I feel like people have just decided they don't want to care anymore because they're just sick of all the restrictions. But it's like, see, if we actually just followed the restrictions really, really strictly the first couple of months, we could have actually just not had to deal with all this bullshit. I know you're a super fan, Cindy. You get a star. You opted out of the Matrix reviews though. Why? Those were great. Well, at least our horror movie reviews don't have any actual horror movies in them. Just conversation. Although maybe Tim's voice when you're falling asleep can cause some psychological damage. Aye, podcast versions are just as valid. Uh Good Elsa, good Elsa. The freedoms. I like the movies. Well, I assume you watched the first one then, because we were very positive on the first one. Shockingly positive. Are you worried that the things we point out that are bad about the sequels, you're going to like go shit? Now I've noticed these, or now I know about them. Oh, I'm sure Tara Law's put me through the ringer as well. Hmm. It's one of those things where I hadn't seen the Matrix sequels since the mid 2000s, so going back and watching them again, like the first time I watched them, I knew I didn't like them as much as the first one, but I didn't really know why or to what extent. And then watching them again this year, it was just like, oh, holy shit, these are really terrible for a number of reasons. But you can enjoy them, Cindy. There's no harm in it. Yes, it's kind of that's kind of true. Bored, although I think I disliked watching Reloaded more than I did Revolutions, but it's not really saying much. Ah, Jonathan. Oh yeah, it's completely real. That's what that look like. Oh god, that fight was so boring. This maybe YouTube's just being strict, Bob. The actual manual list of blocked words on my end is very short. The best letterbox review for Revolutions: $150 million B movie, absolute trash. Hilarious though. Oh yeah, Brahms is not blocked on this channel. That's a good point. I need to go. I need to go block that. Ooh. 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 Have fun at the shower, Cindy. Why do they call it a baby shower? Why shower? Why is that the word that's been given to the ladies get together and celebrate the impending birth? Yeah, the Brett and Tony stuff's perfect. Do you know what? That's I've said it before, but that's like when you have to have her go super face, you do it by having her protect Tony. Someone goes to beat up Tony, and you have her protect him despite her tweener status. Mega pop. Did you shower her with gifts? Hmm. I mean, I understand being showered with gifts, but is that the reason? Is that it? Is that all it is? You shower the new mother with gifts. That's the reason. Oh. Yeah, although buying the gifts might be very specific. You don't want to shower the pregnant woman with gifts and like, oh, what did you get me? I got you an anvil. Oh, what's that? Oh, I got you some weights to exercise with after to get back in shape after the birth. Clonk. Use a new bowling ball. Uh, since you're such a DIY person, I got you a set of wrenches. Clunk 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 clunk. Oh, dear. Good. I mean, I don't know if we need a horror movie set around a baby shower. Gender reveal parties are already causing horror throughout the planet, apparently. Oh, dear. Well, that went places, Bob. That went places. Only one bride survived. Oh. Sounds like a bad reality show at this point. Made derived from the custom in Victorian times for the presents to be put inside a parasol, which, when opened, would shower the bride with the gifts. So they literally. I suppose it was more showering around her than on top of her, but. I don't know why, but making all the brides fight to the death is way funnier than making the grooms fight to the death. The grooms just sounds boring. Hmm. I suppose we'll watch Copycat soon. We start in about 15 minutes. If people would like to get prepared, I will have to go use the bathroom before we start. Yes. Because I'm joking about all these heavy metal objects, but even something like some fancy soap or like a bath bomb would probably hurt if you dropped it on someone. Read Wesker. Hi. He's not. I fed the cats before I started streaming. I think Wesker's quite content right now. Although he was yelling at me to feed him when I woke up. Practically dragged me out of bed. He's like, meow. Do 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 do. I imagine something happened with a couple babies then, if there's been a lot of those. Or maybe it's because temperatures are sneaking up a little bit, so it's becoming even more and more of a concern. One of those things. Yeah, where's my bottle cap? That sounds more pleasant than that one, Bob. I don't know what that is, Tyler, so I can't confirm or deny Matt's claim, but I wouldn't say it's got a bubblegummy taste at all, but I don't know what this bazooka stuff tastes like. I'm gonna go use the bathroom, guys. I'll be back in a sec. I'm tempted to bring in the couch, but I've got I'm not a big Doritos guy. I definitely prefer Pringles, but I figured I'd give these a try. Mexican chili salsa flavor. So it's a triangular Pringles-esque tube. So I got snacks. I got a snack for the movie. I have not, no Bob. That's some badass packaging. Uh, yeah, I might bring the couch in mainly just because I want to keep my feet up, and keeping my feet up when I'm at the desk means I'm facing away from the screen with the movie on it. So, um, no drywall, no drywall. Tyler's got jokes. Tyler's got jokes. Um, Red Copycat off Amazon. Cool. Starts with the double WB logo. Let me mute desktop audio. Get the movie up. I don't know if we're going to do a second movie, so I don't want to say stream boss rules because we might not do one. But I'll say if we do watch a second movie, it'll be stream boss, which is very vague as a statement. But you know, I wish Shudder would up their quality. I wish Shudder would up their quality. 720p. 2021. Breaks my heart. We'll drive them on. What's this? The Call? New Shudder movie? Is it meant to be good? The Call's rubbish. Boards of dissenting opinion here. Oh, I don't bother with live TV either. Not in a long time, really. Yeah, I've heard good things about Censor. That may be a Sacred Hockey Mask movie. When a spot opens up. Yeah, I intentionally didn't watch the review they did of Censor though, because I didn't want to spoil it, because it sounded kind of cool. I'll go back and watch that once I've seen the movie. I'd be bothered moving the couch. Yeah, you know what, I will. I'll move the couch. I'll put the BRB screen up, but I'm still here. I'm just moving things. Aspect ratio stuff. Interesting. Okay. I'll just see how that looks. Oh, need to turn my light up. or turn my gain up. Really? Okay, I'm a little bit dull when I sit back, but that's fine. This is all going kablooey. Okay, everyone set up Copycat from 1995. It does start with a Warner Brothers logo, I believe. Blurriness works in my favor. How dare you? I mean, it's got autofocus, so it should be refocusing. Firefly. Okay, so I can set like this. Nice and comfortable. I like a bit of headphones. I think that should be mic's nice and far from the speakers. That should be fine. Alright, is everyone set up with the movie? 90s Holly Hunters kinda a dish. Oh. Firefly. I'd say there's a good chance that Matt will be on the Suicide Squad review. Oh, Wesker. Alright, I'm still dealing with cats, but get your movie set up, everyone. Okay. It's just the Marvel stuff Connor isn't doing right. I mean, Connor's stuff has been dialed back because of his work schedule, but he's definitely not in the Marvel stuff. But yeah, Connor might be there for that. It kind of depends. Kind of depends. Alright. People set up for Copycat. Are we good to go? Copycat 1995. Oh, don't remember the Star Wars reviews. Like to forget them, thank you. Firefly, shut up. I know Bob. We talked about it in the podcast this week. I can't wait for Pete to suffer through that Lord of the Rings show's first episode. Oh. Oh. Look at Gareth just standing behind. He's like, I am here. I am watching. I am Gareth. I thought you were going to say Rise of Skywalker is one of your favourite movies. And I was getting ready to question you, Renegade. But favourite reviews I can accept. Think of the numbers, Pete. We'll see. We'll see. Best performing consistently stuff right now is Babylon 5. People love those Babylon 5 reviews. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Let me count down 3, 2, 1 and press play. Garrus makes the seat spin. So he's lying in the chair now. He's lying in my chair. He's a happy cat. Oh, I should get the timer up, shouldn't I? For people who are coming in. Hopefully it works. Okay. To make money, Bob, basically. That's the answer. Alright, so I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1 and press play. So here we go. Be at the ready. Be at the ready. 3, 2, 1, play. Warner Brothers. And new Regency, by the looks of it. I don't know if you can even see Wesker's like right here. He's like right in the arm of the couch next to me. I will say I do like that this lid stays connected. It's not like the Pringles one. I like that. That's a good user-friendly feature. I don't like sour cream. I'd take some salsa. That was Pogo. All of these guys are like, uh, you're making everyone in the room furious. Come on, stop it. Oh, that ginger was creepy. A phantom ginger? Oh, is that a killer faking being a lady with heels on? These are Mexican chili salsa flavor. Mmm. Her wearing that red outfit in this all white bathroom is really strong color design. Oh, look at that. Sigourney's a classy lady. She's covering the toilet seat. But again, women always have to sit down in the toilet seat, so. Me, I'll just try and hold it. I get the joke, Bob, but I don't think the killer trying to be unassuming with high heels is really any sort of statement on a trans topic. You're not going to help her down? She's kind of in a precarious situation here. Was that the Was any of that music showing up on the, or could you hear any of it on my stream? Because the music did get quite loud. Well, her feet's on the toilet seat, right? So she's not actually putting all of her weight into that. I'm assuming this is what makes her agoraphobic. "13 months later." Sigourney Weaver waking up in a cold sweat just makes this feel like a weird knockoff of Aliens. Obviously, the plot's very different, but all I could see there was her waking up in Aliens. 1995 computers. Look at those monitors. It happens. It's just bots bored for the most part. Hey, there's reasons to want to go back to CRTs for some reason. I mean, like the way it handles image, because there's a reason why low resolution didn't look that bad on a CRT. The way it made the picture meant it wasn't as eyesore. Digital Foundry did some stuff recently about how if you get like a HD CRT from like the sort of the tail end of the time where they were made, like modern games can look really good on it at a low resolution because of the way it handles the picture. The downside, of course, is that you can't really have a big screen because the bigger the screen is, the bigger it also has to go back the way. So you end up with these big chunky ass boxes. Of course, one way around it is just to have super high resolution for everything, which luckily we're getting to. It's a nice apartment. Hey, why pay for a cartoon, Fletcher, if you can get a free one? I mean, it is Warner Brothers after all. They own a lot of cartoons. They could just throw one in. It's a fairly true, but if random fact, Akira. Well, this is like training, right? Because they're wearing fancy goggles. Holly Hunter with not blonde hair is kind of weird. I used to. I'm not against watching Space Jam 2. We almost were going to review that and the original on the Ace, and I decided that it wasn't really worth wasting 2 episodes on it. Oh, I know this guy. I mean, I know him, I think, from when he's older and other stuff, but he pops up a lot in things. I'm pretty sure to Fletch, although maybe there's an assumption of some sort of situation. It's a movie. I'm game to watch Space Jam 2. Maybe I'll even make that like a one night goal or something soon. Did Holly Hunter just turn the gun gangster style? Hey, it's aliens board. The villains who come down and make them do everything, at least the basketball game, they're aliens. They want to take over the planet. That's sci-fi, baby. I actually missed that discussion of the nerve, but I'm sure it will. That's going to be a key feature of taking down someone later. Probably the killer. Oh no. This has been a little less than subtle with the licking of the lips and all that. Come on now. Yeah, Holly Hunter's a G. Straight up gangster. Just gonna leave your coffee on your car like that? And assume no one's going to tamper with it when you come by the time you come back? Just a unbalanced sound mix. Why would it be on Disney Plus board? It's not a Disney movie. Space Jam's Warner Brothers. All those cartoons are Warner Brothers cartoons. For some reason, it's not. That's so funny to me. That's like saying, "Oh, why is Avengers not on HBO Max?" It's on sale on iTunes right now. So if that's yeah, Bugs Bunny and all those characters are all Warner Brothers characters board. Looney Tunes, all those. But yeah, but you know it's Bugs Bunny board. You know the premise, right? I wonder what Elsa would think of the like Holly Hunter's got like I don't even know what you call it. It's like a brooch at the end of her ponytail. Look at this dude rocking a bow tie. Yeah, come on, mate. Oh, don't remind Fletcher. Don't remind me. Stupid Batman v Superman. Uh, I need to see Looney Tunes back in action because it's the Joe Dante movie that I've not seen. And I love Joe Dante movies. Brendan Fraser's on Doom Patrol. He's very good in that show. I mean, he's mostly just a voice, but very good. Nah, I feel like, not to write this movie off in any way, but it feels like a cheesier cash in that's trying to capitalize on Silence of the Lambs. She's our young, female agent who's not really being respected or trusted by her male peers. But stuff like the killer like licking his lips, looking at the victim on the computer, was was in the cheesy territory. I've never seen Blast for the. I know Christopher Walken's in it, which is a big selling point. Yeah, he's popped up in flashbacks or when there's a reason to see his human form, but for the most part, he's a voice because he's playing the robot man. I've never seen Dudley Do Right. I can't say I've got as much of a reason to want to see Dudley Do Right. I don't think I saw George of the Jungle when I was younger. I don't think I would love it now. But maybe some nostalgia would get me through it. Alicia Silverstone. She was cute to my child self. Although it hurts that she was the bastardized Batgirl. Uh, Crank caught that. I prank. It's a prank call. Well, Americans with this crank call business. Yeah, I watched my movie a lot as a kid. I've seen Clueless. I watched Clueless like last year, maybe 2 years ago at this point. The first Mummy's a solid movie. No sperm. No incredible amounts of sperm. This is not on brand. Think of my children. You don't have any children. Someday I may. Oh, the ginger's in trial. So we have a copycat killer. Obviously, the title kind of gave that away. Holly Hunter's here to talk to Helen Hudson. Get on camera, Garrus. Ah! Always licking my hand. That's nice of you, Garrus. Resident Evil movies. Alright, Holly. He's off a little bit. Sorry, you literally drove her to a panic attack. Yeah, I'd say that's beyond bothering her. She doesn't need Jonesy. Oh, Garrus is snuggled into my hand. It's all cute. Do I have to? I do have 3 cats. Yes, I got Firefly, Wesker, and Garrus. Garrus being the one that's snuggled it in my hand right now. This is like a year before Alien Resurrection as well. Just to think about the timeline. And Wesker's actually next to my arm. You just can't see him because he's black and just fading into the background. Wait, is this like a brother then? Is that why he's not on the table for sex? Not really, Akira. Short haired, I guess. No, do you know what he's making me think of? He's making me think he's a less camp version of Sergey from Beverly Hills Cop. If he put on the accent, he could just double as like Sergey's older brother. Haven't seen Irishman. I'm very hit and miss with Scorsese. Some of his great stuff is really great, but some of his stuff I'm not as into. And because it's like 4 hours long, it's kind of hard to. Firefly. Firefly and Wesker are actually brothers. They're from the same letter. Garrus is a couple of years younger. Firefly. Director's really been loving some of these Dutch angles they've been putting in. I get it. I mean, not only do you not want actors to get old and eventually pass away, but it also is a stark reminder of your own aging. When you realize that someone is that old now, you're like, wait, how much have I aged in that time? This movie is so 90s. Everything about these Dutch angles, the way like it's following her around the house, and she's just starting to get undressed, and she goes off camera. Like this feels so 90s right now. I mean, to be honest, the Marvel movies are starting to feel like they're just really factory produced to me, so I don't necessarily disagree with some of his key points. Yeah, it's a bit bone collectory, especially since the experts like confined not to a hospital bed, but similar enough. They're confined to their house. I don't hate Dutch angles. It's just they're a bit over the top here. That's all. But even Bone Collector is a little bit like, still chasing Silence of the Lambs. They follow his formula as a director, but they're coherent, full films that are his voice. The problem with Marvel isn't just that there's a formula; it's that elements of the films aren't even directed by the directors because they're already like worked up in a CGI factory before the director's even hired in many cases. They're like prefabricated movies. There's nothing wrong with a director having like a consistent style and vibe and even even similar themes and premises. A lot of good directors have the same themes that they keep working with. I do remember them doing that, Bob. I never watched it. I don't think I did. Bone Collector wasn't Wesley Snipes. Bone Collector was Denzel Washington, if I'm remembering correctly. Denzel Washington and I think Ashley Judd. I would say. I'm not necessarily saying they don't count. So I don't necessarily agree with the final statement he's making, but a lot of the reasons behind the statement he's making, I kind of get. I don't think the point of his statement is that Scorsese's work is irrelevant to the statement he's making. I'll say that. Like his movies, which I think are hit and miss for me, are irrelevant to the point he's making. No one's arguing there's not moments that are important to pop culture in the movies. Like a lot of this is just dancing around because people don't like that he's insulted something that a lot of people like, or they think he's being too snobby. No, this is not saying they're not of value for many reasons. There's nuance to this conversation that the internet is impossible to actually address and talk about. I'm not saying I agree with every single word he said, but there's generally there's reasons why he was saying it though, and a lot of those reasons I can't really argue with. Oh, the killer's licking his lips again, I assume. I mean, in a way, I kind of agree that Netflix movies don't deserve awards, but not because they're on Netflix, just because most of them suck. But yes, I don't believe that a movie should be discounted from awards because of the platform it was released on. I have made that statement many a time. Yeah, patch. Oh, look at this super high tech chess on the PC. Oh, and the name's Checkmate because from Czechoslovakia. How fun. I'm creaming you. Even Sigourney Weaver trash talks online. There's a few gems. I'm not saying there's no good movies from Netflix, but most of them are bland or just outright suck. There's a few gems here or there, but I don't expect good things when I hear Netflix is doing a movie. Put your right leg in, you put your left hand in. Well, he's done some fancy editing for the time period here. Oh, that's effects work he's done. Oh, I did not watch Cuties. Was it not a documentary kind of like pointing out how awful that practice was? Or was it more supportive of it? Maybe I just assumed it was exposing the horrendous side of culture. Wait, playing games in an arcade would not teach you how to use like computer software. They're very different things. So 90s. Uh, you're never going to hear me argue against there being more platforms for cinema. My hand's getting all pins and needles, cat. I need to take it away. Ah! Ah! Garrus! Don't bite my pinky. 90s movies are a really weird place for how computers work. That one monitor just for a screensaver. That evil ginger's in court though. This is a copycat. So this guy's the red herring, right? Because he's got the glasses that look like the killers. Or is he just the killer? Yeah. Well, keep in mind one of the plot beats in Halloween Resurrection. Everyone talks about the webcam like live show, which was like a super new concept for the time. But uh, the thing that gets me about watching Halloween Resurrection now, technology wise, is that the main character has a fancy. It's basically a text message device, but it's not her phone. It's like an add-on to her phone or something, or it's I can't remember exactly, but it basically she's got this fancy bit of tech, and it's unique that she can text someone messages, which you know Oh yeah, that stupid CD bit in Batman. I remember. I was I was just getting up to let you out, Firefly, and you've come back over here. Nah, it's not Val Kilmer. What guy? The detective? And he is just the killer, okay. I strongly suspect this guy. It's weird that he's leaving the underwear on. That's like such a movie thing just because they want to get around not having to hide it. Oh, creepy killer guy. He's not a very good actor so far, I have to be honest. 75%. Okay, he's in frame. Gwen Havar? Is that a shitty Lord of the Rings name? What's it one? Oh, no worries, bored. Have a good night. Benavar. Ah. My god, these 90s websites. She searched for sperm and got an incredible amount of results, I'm sure. Two cans of sperm. Not incredible amounts, but we're getting there. So he's got to start copying different serial killers. Oh, is this 2 hours long? Oh, the kitties. This policeman who's meant to be guarding the house is not very bright, is he? You want it? No go. My cats. What's this comment? Inside the house. Gee, someone commented in a very old streams after midnight. So it's almost unfair because, like, I've seen Sigourney Weaver take on a xenomorph. A regular dude. Just, the shot it's skewing is a bit much, but I kind of like how it's making the wall look like it's the floor. The way she's kind of crawling across it. People are the real monster. I mean, I don't deny that. Don't deny that at all. Yeah, Hush was a fun movie. Yeah, this isn't that good, is it? It's not terrible or anything, but it's just really 90s typical tropey thriller. To be fair, right, you didn't pick this movie. I picked this movie to fit your theme. I had no idea of knowing if it was going to be good or bad. Yeah, it's super 90s. Like, it's. And there's good 90s movies, obviously, but like, this is just. This is all the 90s-ness without the quality. If they enter the butt realm, I'll give it a 10. You could do a whole RPG campaign about a character with butt boys powers. Basically, you make it like Among Us, right? Where it's like someone's sabotaging and killing people, but they're doing it through their butt. I don't know Sting's songs well enough to recognize it, Tyler. I like how they gave the commissioner some entrance music, like he's a wrestler walking into the arena. It's funny how I recognize some of the names she's bringing up just because I watch Mindhunter. I mean, are they pretending it's one of those cut up letter things? I don't think so. But you're right. Yeah, it's Word with a bunch of different fonts. Was that a close up of sperm? Was that microscopic sperm? I don't think so. That was clearly sperm. The movie's kind of dull, so our memes popping up is the only excitement I have left. Don't worry, there's still 47 minutes. Oh, I think it might be Connor's birthday. Twitter just gave me a bunch of balloons when I looked at his thing. Oh, creepy crawlies. Sorry, I'm still on Twitter too much. Look at this, 1995 Skype. Spirit. Incredible amounts of spirit. Peter is such a serial killer name. How dare you? It was about like Ernest P. Worrell on the screen. So she just agreed to send them some panties for intel. I am sick to death of reaching over. You, Firefly, you're to blame. Yeah, we have had a bit of Holly Hunter recently, haven't we? Let's be watching more Busey. Or Jeffrey Combs. That's stupid cops. Look at this. This is a really movie convoluted scenario that's happened here. Make sure to say something complimentary of Gingers today. Yeah, like what's going on here? This is just here's a random scene so that he can die. Also, the donut landing on the floor was pretty comical. There's a cop down. There's a the donuts landed on the floor in slow motion. So this is also doing some Dirty Harry stuff then, where the partner always dies. She does have like fancy blinds that she can control with remote control. The donut was laughable the way it landed. Oh, no worries, Renegade. We shall see you next time. Gibbers. Wait. Oh, it was a guy who he's left his desk open that's getting suspended. That's fine. I thought she was getting suspended. I was like, what's that about? She almost saved the whole situation. So basically, their whole like chance to catch the killer is gone because they. Oh yeah, because the music wouldn't have overpowered the sound of the tape recorder, even if it was right next to the phone. Look at this douchebag dancing with these drinks. I've never had peach cobbler, so I can't say. Wait, their helper did. Oh, the dude's gay. That's why. That's why he was off the table for sex. Ah. Do you know the? I mean, some of the movie making's a bit cheesy in this, but I think one of the maybe the biggest problem is that this killer is not interesting and he has no menace. I feel nothing from this killer. You comfortable, Garrus? I haven't had Pop Tarts in a while. Where are you getting Pop Tarts? No, no. I mean, if I get just the ones that are in the UK, it'll just be Asda or Morrison's. But I have in the past went to import stores to get the because UK basically has two flavors. But you can get like at import stores. They cost a little bit more, obviously, but you can get cookies and cream Pop Tarts. You can get Hot Fudge Sundae Pop Tarts. There's a silly amount of flavors you can get. White bulletproof vest. Interesting. Yeah. Given that there's at least 25 minutes left and this feels far too easy, I'm going to say that they don't got them. Most Pop Tarts I tend to just like as is, but sometimes I'll be in the mood to toast them. Just kind of depends on my mood. That is true. That fake mustache was particularly bad. And this one was actually meant to be a fake mustache in the scene. You know, Holly Hunter may be a good time to call for some backup before you go in. Oh, she is. Ta-dun, ta-dun. I still feel like there's too much runtime left. Yeah, Lars and the Real Girl is a really good movie. Had a lot of heart. Oh, we're recreating the opening, and I sound so excited about it. Amazon's giving you trivia? The movie scared everyone away, Akira. How? This guy's pretty bad. I don't have a Switch. I'm not a Switch person. Not really into Nintendo games. But clearly Tyler is. Oh, happy days, Tyler. I bet you're thrilled about playing more Destiny. The appeal for me is like Slay the Spire and Monster Train lying in bed, to be honest. If I ever bother, we'll see. It's a lot to spend for just a couple of small things like that. Much more interested in the graphics card than I am a Steam Deck. Oh yeah, it's just shoot through the door, ask questions later. If nothing else, he'll be able to play Destiny on the toilet seat, which I think is his real goal. She's still wearing her vest, right? I mean, the shoulder shot clearly hit her, but the second one didn't look like it caused any blood. I don't imagine the quality is going to be good enough from it to play it on a big TV. It's not that much more powerful than a lot of PCs, though. It's still years behind, like, what you're playing AAA games on modern PCs. It's more equivalent to last gen in terms of power than it is this gen. Which is fine for like 700, 800p, at least for a while. I mean, I have doubts as to how long that will remain relevant at a decent frame rate for modern AAA games, but hey Helen, looks like you cured your agoraphobia. Yeah, but the CPU is only 4 cores, 8 threads, and the GPU is not. I wouldn't say the GPU is better than mid-tier current PCs. The GPU is because I would say my graphics card is less than mid-tier now. Oh look, Holly Hunter's still alive. I'm shocked. I think the Steam Deck's going to be great for indie games. I think it'll be great for emulating old games. I think it'll be great for games older than a certain age. But I really don't think it's going to keep up for 60 FPS for modern AAA games for very long. Yeah, but we're getting to the point now where some games are going to like need 2060s as minimum, and at that point, I mean, a 2060 is stronger than the GPU that's in the Steam Deck. I think it bothers me a little that she didn't actually make the choice to break her agoraphobia herself. It felt like the movie needed to build up to her like choosing to like overcome that because she tried and failed when she thought someone was in the apartment earlier. Oh, the ginger killer's right in her there. Community college is like college here, Akira. University's what they call college. We're going to end on his face. I mean, I'm kind of glad it's over, but envelope. We're just lingering on a shot of him. It's not a still frame, so maybe they've manipulated the eyes to take away some blinks. Oh no, he just blinked. He just blinked. He couldn't hold out long enough. Dermot Mulroney. Well, that was kind of meh. Not like garbage, but I don't know, 5 out of 10 maybe. Which earlier statement was that, Bob? Mm, well, it's a shame that wasn't better, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Sorry, Garrus. I have to moves. It's a good spot for him though. Gets to stay on camera. Oh. Hmm. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me, indeed. Right, let me stop the timer. Very good. Very good. I don't know, Garrus looks quite good in the corner of the frame there. He's quite snug. Alright. Oh no, he's moving now. Alright. Well, I think I'm just going to wrap up the stream there. I won't belabor tonight's. That was kind of a make-up stream because I was supposed to stream on Thursday and didn't. Monday is probably likely for next stream. That said, workmen are back in on Monday during the day, so we'll see how it affects the when I get to sleep and whatnot and other work that I need to do. But I'll be back. I always am. But yes, so thank you for joining me, everyone. It has been a pleasure. The movie wasn't that great, but we had some fun along the way, I think. But I will thank you all for watching. Thank you to the folks who tipped. It was always a pleasure hanging out with you guys. And I will see you next time. So have a good night, everyone. And have a good Sunday.